that lacks all context and clarity. We really have no clue. It's from our friends at ESPN Cleveland. Who are your friends, you might say? Don't know. Don't know who compiles it. But over the weekend, Nick will send us this graphic and just write a block on it.
Here's the thing. You're right, it's lacking context, but there's certain things you can discern, which is it looks like Dillon Gabriel's struggling.
Well, he's struggling, but he's oddly thrown way more passes than everybody else.
Here's Brew.
If you're on the podcast,
if you're on the podcast,
Shedor's got 6 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
So here's the thing. We showed you guys this graphic on Thursday's show, not this one, but the one I'm about to show you now, which was Thursday's practice numbers, which Shedor was 7 of 10 with a touchdown. Dillon Gabriel was 3 of 14. 0 touchdowns, 1 pick. That was Thursday. And then Friday, because you're talking about, don't play the video yet, guys. We lack context.
These Gabriel's passes.
Friday, here is the first 5 passes from Dillon after a 3 of 14 practice. Here's the first 5 plays from Dillon Gabriel. So that's a missed throw on the run to the left. This right here is running to his right and then throwing a bad throw. This is in order. This is just a duck to no one. And then this one here, I think,
is a variety of camera angles is fascinating.
Just thank you. It could have been picked in the end zone. So it's the first. Is there one more? Oh yeah, because I said there were 5.
I mean, those are a mess.
And then, guys, so again, so that was the next day in practice. So we can take this down now. Dillon Gabriel at this moment, if you're listening to the people who are there every day, looks like I think a lot of us thought he was going to look when we saw him at Oregon, like an undersized, maybe long-term backup. And with Shedor playing, not making at least a ton of mistakes in practice, to me, Brew, it would be irrational to have Gabriel ahead of Shedor when they're both going to be behind Flacco. Flacco's going to be the week 1 starter. But Shedor should, at this point, be the leader to be the first player to start other than Flacco, in my opinion.
Well, I agree with you. And what people are saying when you see these numbers, and again, we don't know the context, but people are saying Shedor is not getting first-team reps.
Correct.
He's playing against – so if he's playing with the backup offensive players, is that fair? Like he's playing – he doesn't have the top receivers with him either. So his numbers – I mean, that would seem to be a positive.
But no, he played the first-team defense the other day.
Exactly. He's playing first-team defense with backup.
But I don't know if it's all the time.
Yeah.
But generally,
typically how it works, if you're playing with the second team or third team, but it's typically second team, you're going against the first-team defense all the time. Unless it's one-on-ones, and that's like a game situation scenarios in practice, ones versus ones, it has to be called out that way. 2-minute typically is going to be ones-on-ones sometimes.
But then when does like second and third string defense get to practice? Who do they practice?
You fill
in. Play against,
they just okay.
So he gets rotated with that second team.
Okay.
There is no true third team, fourth team. Yeah. It's just you get rotated with the twos or whatever. But he's going against your ones.
And he's putting up those numbers.
This is why it's like, yes, he has the advantage over Dillon Gabriel. Look, as a lefty, I don't like the way his balls are coming off. They're spiraling down to the ground. And again, I'm going to get a little nuance with this. But when you are a lefty thrower of the football, there's not a lot of them coming. So you have to throw the ball. You have to always have a catchable ball. When I'm looking at his balls that he's throwing, they don't really look catchable. Like, and you're throwing ducks, I don't really see too many lefties. I know this is odd.
And the people covering the Browns, Greg Rosenthal on his great podcast, NFL Daily, pointed out that he was listening to a Browns reporter, beat reporter, I forget who it was, talk about how Dillon Gabriel at this point looks like he has lost all confidence, and that it's like he has been practicing so poorly that he walks out there knowing I'm practicing poorly, and that the people covering it for the Browns, who are not like hot take guys, but like the actual newspaper writers, are saying like that the practices are grinding to a halt during the Gabriel reps. So I feel terribly for the kid because he's only a story. A third-round pick who's not going to be a starter wouldn't be a story anywhere, except we think the fifth-round pick might be better than him. And for a team that's going to have to start a rookie at some point.
No, I agree with you. And look, I know Stefan. I think Stefanski's a good coach. Obviously, they want to win, Andrew Berry and those guys. But I'm baffled. And again, I'm just talking about not just the numbers, but the way Gabriel has looked as to why he still seems to be ahead of Shedeur. Like it almost feels like you talked about Ben Johnson wanting to break down Caleb. I mean, it seems like they just want to break Shedeur down to the root.
Or do you think it's that they want to just be right about their draft pick? Like that they valued Gabriel more.
I think if they, and you're assuming the owner, even though he said that he told them to take Shedeur. Still, it's about getting it right. What's going to save Stefanski and them, I think, is if Shedeur turns out to be a starting caliber quarterback. You think I don't think that would I think it would save those guys.
But you are going to your point that you just made, you're going to give that higher draft pick all the runway, as much runway as you possibly can. He's going to get. That's why when you put up those stats, those numbers, Dillon Gabriel is thrown oddly more than ever. Yes,
but that's
because he's the quarterback that we drafted first.
But let me add this real quick, because the other thing Shedeur has done is, I know he didn't practice with arm soreness, but the report today was that Gabriel's dealing now with a bit of a hamstring. So Gabriel didn't take full reps today. Kenny Pickett's gotten hurt already, dealing with an injury. So, like, there is the things that had to happen for Shedeur to have a real chance are happening, which is Pickett out for a while, which opened up, everybody got more reps. Gabriel struggling, and now also dealing with something. Now, maybe the hamstring is one of the reasons he was struggling. Those things that needed to fall into place are falling into place for Shedeur to have a real chance.
It'll be a fascinating.
That's it. That's perfect.
Well, the
They'll be 1-7
game for the Browns.
Well,
that's
about 6 million people watch the Hall of Fame game. This Browns preseason game, if it's a national game,
is it though? Do you know?
It should be.
Yeah. If they play Shedeur significant time,
who else
it's going to have huge ratings.
Yeah, because
people going to play half of it.
Yeah.
Flacco's not playing. Pickett's hurt.
I want to see it.
Yeah,
it's going to be good. Flex that.
Flex it? Preseason flex?
Preseason flex.
Okay.
Rams Cowboys are having joint practices. Stafford's not playing. He's getting up there in age, and he's resting his back. That's normal. What are you worried about? Here's Sean McVay. What's going on?
He'll be doing a workout on his own during that time period, and so he is able to do a little bit more, which is good, and things are progressing well, but he won't take part in the jog through because he'll be doing some other stuff during that time. It's static throwing. It's some of the unloaded running on the treadmill. Sometimes it might even be walking. He's able to do a little bit of lighter cardio and able to do some good core work, but it's more just functional strength surrounding the area while making sure that you don't do anything to set yourself back based on the trajectory that he's doing. But we are looking forward to getting him and easing him back into football, hopefully, in the near future.
That sounds like my grandmother's podiatrist. Like some functional walking. What in the world? Brew, are you nervous about this?
I think on a scale of 1 to 10, how concerning is this? I'm going to say an 8.
Oh.
And I'm saying an 8 because I think he'll play. You want to be the 1 or 10?
No, it was just
the way you set it up.
8 is a lot.
You were going to go like, you're like,
8 is a lot.
I know, but I thought you were going to, I'm at 12. That's how it felt like we were headed down that road.
I say 8. The reason I say 8 because I think he'll play.
Okay.
I think he'll play, but I think he's going to be hampered. I don't think he's going to be as good because he's going to be banged up. Like the last 2 years, I know he missed, 8 games 3 years ago. Last 2 years, he hasn't missed a ton of games, but he's played banged up. Remember, he had a couple back injuries in Detroit.
Absolutely.
He had one the year after the Super Bowl. So this is kind of reoccurring, not to mention his other injuries that he's had. He's 37. He's in his 17th year. Like, I just think, and the last 3 years, as he's played, He has not had a passer rating over 94. I know he's had moments, particularly last year, had some nice moments. But overall, no passer rating over 94. Hasn't thrown more than 20 or even 25 touchdowns. And so I just think that his production's not going to be what we've come accustomed to from Matthew Stafford because of his age and the fact that he's injured. And they're saying he's week to week. It's not even day to day. So I just think they didn't foresee any of this. So I think it's a problem.
I'm close to you. I have it at a 7. And when you think about his age, obviously some of the things that you just mentioned. But for me, when you listen to Sean McVay, like when he talks about the things that he's doing, and you joke and made light of it, talking about like my grandma, like he's barely doing anything that we would deem, oh, he's getting close.
Right.
Yeah.
Like walking, doing some core
He
things.
said light cardio.
Like
He was a professional football
like
player.
Tackle.
nothing of what he mentioned gives me a
Yeah.
belief of, oh, he's going to be back out there soon. No, I do believe that he'll be out there because knowing his track record and history of playing injured and dealing with playing with pain, he does it. I just don't think you can run that risk when you have a guy like Jimmy Garoppolo who's played with.
Jesus.
No.
My goodness gracious.
Who's played and has snaps up underneath him.
Devontae Adams will retire.
He's
Devontae
won
Adams
some
will be like,
games.
Run the
I'm
stats,
not
Devontae.
at all saying- But when you have Sean McVay being the play caller and what he has been known to do with quarterbacks, you're not going to rush.
Garoppolo's won
You're
some
not gonna
games.
rush.
Oh, there we go. We're
70%
so
was
back.
at a historic
We
rating.
are not back to the Jimmy G.
Right. Everything they're saying, Wilds, is true, which is
What's your
he's an
number?
older he's an older quarterback. He's been injured before. They're talking about light cardio and walking, and the backup is not good. So it's a 10.
A 10?
It has to be a 10.
Wow.
This is the single most concerning injury across the NFL in training camp thus far. This is the only, forget quarterback, just superstar player on a real contender that we're worried about. Is he going to be healthy for the season? Right. I'm not forgetting anybody. We've been actually lucky thus far in training camp
Brandon,
that there hasn't
other guys
been,
we don't aren't
right,
out there.
guys that pre-existing injuries.
Yeah.
I'm not talking. I guess this kind of is, but you know what I mean. We haven't had the guy who suffers an injury, non-contact. They were like, oh, he's done for the year. Right. And this was Submarino. Because here's the other thing. It's not just about is he going to be healthy in September. It's about at 37 years old, can Matt Stafford be at his best in January? You know what I mean? I don't know where they were on your list, Brew, but they are, in my opinion, they're an SBOB team. They've won a Super Bowl together. They're in a winnable division in the weaker of the two conferences. They've got, they went out this offseason and acted like they're, in it for this year. And if he is hampered, they can't win at the highest level. And
This is bad.
Yeah, it's concerning. Now maybe he'll end up being fine, but if he's questionable for week 1, it really sets them way
He's
behind
an
the 8
old
ball.
37.
Yeah, because
that's kind of old as it is.
He got beat up in Detroit.
Bake Show.
Oh,
Coming in at
boy.
50 in the top 100.
Classic one.
Congrats,
One of
Bake.
the most classic of all classic ones.